Hi, my name is Mariano Binayala. I'm your host today. Welcome to Brownsville. Today we're visiting the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum, and we are here today with Marcela Hinojosa, Executive Director for the museum, and a volunteer as Executive Director. Ms. Hinojosa, how are you doing today?
Fine, I'm very excited. Thank you for coming here. We're really glad you came to the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art, and we want to invite all the people that are watching this beautiful show or this beautiful program to come to the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art.
Well, thank you. And once again, general public, that's an invitation for everyone to visit the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum. Ms. Hinojosa, please tell us what is the mission of the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum?
We have a beautiful mission to promote and educate in the arts to our community. Our main objective and goal is to educate children, students, and all the community in the arts. We have a beautiful educational program which I want to talk about, and especially promote different exhibits, promote artists, and welcome people to learn about culture and educate them in the arts.
Well, good. What is the history of the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum?
I love that question because this museum is actually going to be 5 years old. It's going to be its 5th anniversary in October of this year, but we have a long history. This museum started more than 75 years ago as an art league, a beautiful combination of people that loved art, that were artists from Mexico and from here, from Brownsville, that gathered together to paint and to talk about art and to learn about art and to promote culture and history in this area. And also to educate our children and our families into the arts. So it started more than 75 years ago, and 5 years ago, this group of people that have been getting together decided to build this beautiful institution for the community. And it's a privilege for Brownsville to have a fine arts museum and to share with our community what we can bring, exhibits, and learn about art.
You know, thank you for that history, and I remember going to the Neal House over there by the levee, right by the university and by the National Guard, and
That's right.
To see this place is fantastic. The dream that some people envisioned has now come to fruition, and I hope that people will come over here and realize that we have something great to offer. Is there an admission fee to come in?
Actually, we do have an admission. It's very symbolic. It's $5 for adults, $3 for senior citizens and for children. But we also have scholarships, and we have special passes for people that want to come in and want to learn about art.
Scholarships. You know what? I never thought I'd hear about a scholarship here. That's fantastic. What are your hours of operation?
We are open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 to 4 o'clock. And Wednesdays, we have it's a special day. We are open from 10 to 4. And then from 5 o'clock till 8, it's free to the public. So we have a special exhibit. If we have a special event, it's free. That people can come in, and it's a free admission.
Wow, that is fantastic. You can almost consider that a scholarship for the general public if you come in free.
Yes, and we love people coming in the afternoon, and that day we also have class in the afternoon, and people are welcome to join classes.
Wow, super. You kind of mentioned educational programs. Can you expand on that?
Yes, our mission, as I said, is to educate our community, and from Tuesday to Saturday, we have classes. And I want to read them because for this semester, we have excellent teachers that have volunteered to come into this museum and share their knowledge and their creativity. And Tuesday we have Repujado, which is a beautiful class that Elena Craules volunteers for the museum. And then Wednesday we have a 6-week oil workshop that's going to begin September 7th. And I want to invite everybody to come because it's a wonderful teacher from South Padre Island, Carol Plum. This class is going to be from 10 to 1. And I just want to welcome everybody to come in and register because it's going to start, and it's a six-week oil workshop. Wednesdays, we have all media ongoing classes from Nerea Gomez. She's a wonderful teacher. She's been a great asset to this museum. She started in the Art League and continues to give classes here in the museum from 5 to 8 every Wednesday in the afternoon. And we're going to try to get an extra class for Wednesday in the morning. And also something that I want to mention, artists are welcome to come in and paint in the mornings just to be inspired by everything that you see. Thursday, we have mixed media with Berta Elisa Filipon from 10 to 1. And she's an excellent teacher that has been also teaching for more than 4 years here in the museum. And Friday, we have a beautiful class also from Marilyn Brown. It's from 10 to 1. And then Saturdays, we have classes for children. And they're welcome to come in. They are going to start September 3. And our teacher is Carol Leek. He's an excellent teacher, and he's been also working and volunteering for the museum for several years, and just kids love to be part of his classes.
Wow, you talk about educational classes. You all are offering a lot of programming. Let me ask you this. Do you have a membership for the general public?
Yes, well, one of the conditions that to be part of any of the classes that I've mentioned, it's we have different memberships. You can become an artist member, and by becoming an artist member or a family artist membership, you have all these classes free. Also, we have just a normal member, and by becoming a member, it's you get all the exhibits to come in to all the exhibits. Okay. There are also family memberships. There are different types of memberships that everybody can fit in. And also this year, we're working really hard with the board of the museum to build on the stability of this beautiful institution. And we have corporate memberships also. And also, these corporate memberships give our community the opportunity to become part of this museum. How do you become part? Corporates, members, companies that want to join in to help or promote art with the people that work in their companies, their employees, are also benefited by these memberships. So it's different types of memberships we build on to help all the community be part of this beautiful institution.
Well, thank you. Other than corporate sponsorships and what have you, how can the community as a whole help the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum?
Well, that's a beautiful question because we've been working we've been working real hard to get everybody involved. And you can become a member, as I said. You can become an artist, can become a member also, because we have the permanent, we have the exhibits, and we have different shows. But also, you can become a member, you can become a volunteer in this museum. We have different activities that can help us with the gift shop, with the gallery, setting up, working with the museography, and we've been working with the universities, with Pan Am, with the University of Texas in Brownsville, and also with different schools and BISD to become part of this museum, share what we can, educate them also, and just simply somebody that's at home, that has the will and wants to become part of this community, they can become part of this community by joining in and helping others. They can tour and help us give tours. They can help us with the classes. I mean, it's a beautiful institution that by just joining and becoming part of it, you can share with Brownsville. And not only Brownsville, our tourists, our all the Rio Grande Valley, and we have a beautiful internship program also, so the university students can learn how they can promote art, or how they can know more about art or investigate. We have a beautiful permanent collection that makes us proud, because this permanent collection is composed of different artists from the region, and also a collection of art that was sponsored by different members of this community and have been donated through the years. So I think there's a lot of possibilities, and we want to welcome everybody that's watching this program to become part of the Brownsville Museum. It's a beautiful institution that makes us proud in Brownsville. And I know it's a baby museum because we are going to turn 5 years old, but the heart of this museum is the history, and it's the families of this community. So becoming part of it is sharing with your community and giving something back to Brownsville.
That sounds very exciting. An organization like this needs funding and what have you. Do you have any type of fundraisers that you all have during the year?
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful event, our major fundraiser. This fundraiser is October 21st. It's our Gala, Salvador Dali exhibit. It's our 5th anniversary, so we're really proud to invite everybody to become part of it. It does have you can sponsor by buying a ticket. We're going to have a beautiful event here in the museum. It's going to open with all Salvador Dali, 100 illustrations or artworks from the Divine Comedy of Dante. And this beautiful exhibit, joined by other, we're going to have sculpture of Salvador Dali, we're going to have another suite of imaginations and vision of the future of Salvador Dali. So all this exhibit, plus a beautiful performance, because it's going to be a Spanish night for the community. By buying a ticket, that's you're sponsoring the museum. But also, this is starts the campaign for everybody to get involved and to sponsor through the corporate memberships or through grants that can be given to the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art. And also, this museum can be a beautiful place to leave something that to your community. So it's a tax exempt. Everything is tax exempt. Whatever anybody donates, it's also given for scholarships, like I told you, free passes. And we also started in the education program different lectures during the year, that by sponsoring the museum, you are also sponsoring university students, community students that maybe don't have the possibility to buy a ticket for a lecture or for a tour or for any of the events that we have during the year. So I think this fundraiser, plus having a beautiful international show with famous Spanish artist, world-known Salvador Dali, we're going to have a beautiful event that will also make history for Brownsville, because you would be contributing to help this museum.
You know, this is a beautiful museum with a lot of space. I know you have a kitchen. Do you lease out this museum, or can I lease it out for an event?
Yes, and it's a beautiful place for a wedding, for a graduation, for a baptism, for a party, for a corporate event. It's you can lease it. There's been we are leasing it during the weekends, and it's a beautiful place to have an event here. We have hosted different events, and it's a beautiful place to share with your friends or for any of the events that you might want to lease it for.
Well, boy, you're full of information. It's a very exciting place. The artwork is beautiful. I've been here several times for several exhibits, and just to know that more are coming, it's very exciting. Just to go over the opportunities for the school district and what have you, the educational programs are year-round?
Yes, actually we start with a calendar every year. Next year's calendar starts with something very special that, going back to the history, the Art League has hosted the international shows. Twice a year, once a year, we host the Brownsville Museum's next year it's going to be the 41st International Show. And by international, we mean a lot of artists from all over the world turning their art pieces, and they're exhibited here, judged, and also we have a beautiful event for everybody that they've judged, and they're awarded prizes.
And when is this going to happen?
It's going to be in January.
In January, okay.
And then we have the 41st Student International Show. This also builds the education of our art students, but also it shares with different museums and with different art leagues what we are inviting them to the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art, but also we are inviting artists to meet together here. We have students from Mexico, from Argentina, turning in their work, and these art exhibits and international shows are excellent. They start in January and February, and then we have something that we love every year that we've been working with BISD. BISD does a beautiful work promoting art in our students, in our community, and the museum works together with BISD, and also they have a beautiful art show for their students. I'm talking about more than 3,000 artworks from the art students in Brownsville, which is beautiful, and so on. We have a lot of shows coming up for next year. I want to give you a pick of something that I love, and that's going to be something very special for Brownsville. We are going to have a special exhibit on wildlife animals to commemorate one of our most beautiful institutions, which is the Gladys Porter Zoo. So from May to September, we are going to have just a celebration of artists, international artists like Cristina Kahlo, the great niece of Frida Kahlo, exhibiting her photography on wildlife. We are going to have paintings, sculpture, everything in art that celebrates the institution of the Gladys Porter Zoo, which is a beautiful. Our neighbor here, yes. We're in 660 Ringgold Street, and it's just our neighbor across the street, and we love the zoo, and I think we have a lot to share with them. So next year we're coming up with a lot of exciting things for Brownsville and for our community.
Well, just to let the general public, the acronym for BISD stands for Brownsville Independent School District, and boy, you're offering a lot of educational courses for all these students. And Brownsville Fine Arts Museum sits in the Midi-Cultural District, and in the Midi-Cultural District, we do have the Brownsville Historic Museum, Gladys Porter Zoo, the Children's Museum, Costumes of America, and of course the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum. If someone would like to get some information, where can they call, or what is your webpage?
It's www.brownsvillemfa.org, and our phone number is 956-542-0941, yes. And we're in 660 Ringgold Street, just across from the Gladys Porter Zoo. And we would love for anybody, if they have any questions or want to Google us also, or go into the internet, we'll be glad to answer their questions and to also be part of their suggestions.
Well, thank you, Ms. Hinojosa. Ladies and gentlemen, What a fantastic place, the Brownsville Fine Arts Museum. If you walk in here, you're going to feel some peace and tranquility. You're going to see some fantastic artwork. And then the opportunities to get educated are unreal. The opportunity to be a volunteer are there. And what other volunteer can we have than the executive director of the Fine Arts Museum? What a way to give back to your community. I want to thank everyone involved with the Brownsville Arts Museum. This is Welcome to Brownsville. Thank you very much.